got to look at the modular system. And yeah, there are a number of builders starting to look at that.
We talked about the housing problem and challenge, the availability of houses and the supply and the demand side of it, and affordability as well. So in WA, it's a very situation where people are seeking more housing to buy, but there are not enough properties. The rental are much higher. There are many reasons of challenges. What do you see this wacky problem to be solved of that everybody should be able to afford a decent house in a decent suburb?
It's a very challenging in Australia. I think what has happened is that due to COVID, my feeling is that the government was very reactionary in funding a lot of projects after that, without taking into account the supply chain problem, which, and I've seen it many times, a number of builders going into liquidation because they would fix their price for a certain project. And that's also partly to blame with the banks, right? Because they only want fixed price contracts. So with the supply chain problem, you got fixed prices, but and your sales price is fixed. In the end, you say, well, I can't sell these, right? And therefore, it's going to cost me more to build than what I'm going to sell for. So it poses a massive problem. So how do we resolve it? The only way I see it, and I've been talking a lot about that mainly to builders, is to look at, we've got to change our mindset. Let's take WA, for example, the double brick, right? Everybody believes in that because it's sturdy and that. We've got to start looking at prefabrication. We've got to look at the modular system. And yeah, there are a number of builders starting to look at that. And I think it's probably the way we're going to be able to answer that. But also we've got to look at saying, well, where's the supply chain coming from? We can't just rely on China. We've got to start looking at our own manufacturing of factory-made products that we can start looking, that we know that's going to be available. I mean, you take the period of PGC, named Buckridge. I mean, he brought housing to a certain level of affordability. He manufactured everything in Western Australia. But all of a sudden, because builders and developers want everything cheaper, they bought things from China. So why can't we reverse that? To make sure that our supply chain, we don't run into the same problems in the future.
And in this geopolitical environment right now we are in, at the verge of war happening, and supply chain is also further impacted. And how does that create another supply issues or challenges from a supply chain point of view for us? And how does decoupling and producing locally supports the idea of being more sovereign?
Well, if you take, for example, if we're going to get modular components manufactured in China, shipping costs is going to escalate. Once I say modular, okay, you can get very cheap products in China, but you've got to take that into account if you get a property development, because the logistics factor comes into play, the shipping of the products. Let me give you, for example, I've been involved in hotel projects and to housing projects. Hotels are perfect for modular because everything is standardized.
You're right.
Right? But guess what? The further factor is that that particular module can be fitted out with the curtains, with the floor finishes, with the fittings. It's a plug and play. Now, let's reverse that and let's look at apartments. The economics don't work. For the simple reason is that it's 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom. So how do you deliver that? And this is where you lose money, is because all you're shipping is fresh air. Because a bedroom, you don't decorate it.
No.
So you can see the economics not working there. But coming back to your question, definitely, obviously with the geopolitics and the war, petrol prices are going to increase, so shipping costs are going to increase. Yeah, sure, obviously in our location as well, it will affect it, but to what extent? Only a crystal ball will be able to tell us that.